He does not have a butthole. He uses up all the energy. It's from the.
Oh my! That is
very. No, it's from the Seth Rogen movie.
Can I get a coffee? Black? Can't you see we talking? White. Oh, I love that. Hello and welcome to the Slapduck podcast. I'm your host, George Gessie, aka some kind of fucking. Let's think about it. To my right is
Sully Iqbal, aka Excalibur from Soul Eater.
banging. To my left is.
Lucas Sheehan, aka there is no aka.
So we're going to think about it together.
Yeah, we can think about some names.
Do it.
Right, I reckon.
Some sort of bread.
Can't think of one.
Oh, that's
Oh, I'm not very good at this.
no, never mind.
Hovis bread enthusiast.
Ooh,
There you
let's
I'll
go.
Give you guys that one for free.
Welcome. I'm your host, George Gessie, aka Seeded Bread Boy.
Seeded.
Hovis. Please. sponsor.
Anyway.
All right. So
Anyway, yeah. All right.
Let's
so
jump into it. What's your topic?
I'll jump into.
George.
I'll jump into mine.
Go on, man.
I watched a film yesterday that I hadn't seen before.
Movie
But I
time.
remember it was I can't remember when it came out, but it was a while ago. But The Bucket List with Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson.
Oh,
Yes.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen it. Like,
That is
obviously
a
I've never seen it
surprisingly
before.
sad movie.
Yeah.
Innit? Like,
I'm
I
just
wasn't expecting it.
God, okay.
But obviously it raises a great topic of,
What's your list of Della Bucket?
you know, what would you,
Ooh.
what's on your bucket list? And I know it's something that's like hard. It's one of those things that will ever change, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think?
I've never actually thought of a bucket list, but this is probably a good opportunity to do that. Everyone's like, oh, I'd like to jump out of a plane and skydive. I'd like to bungee jump. I'd like to swim with dolphins. Yeah, none of that's in there.
See something majestic.
See something majestic. I mean,
Unicorn.
I don't know.
Unicorn, dear.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Manatees.
yeah. I don't know, I'd swim with dolphins. That'd be lovely. Dolphins seem lovely,
Apart from
I guess.
they do things to humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, what's with that? Yeah, that's gonna be a topic for another time.
Bastards.
So, swim with dolphins.
Possibly, but I don't know. I think like on my bucket list is more kind of like
It's big scale.
big scale. It's like I would love to, I guess by the time I die, work on like a blockbuster movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's cool. I got time for that.
Something like that. I don't think it's more kind of like activities to go out and do. It's more kind of like things I'd like to achieve.
Yes.
Is my bucket
big
Yeah.
list.
goal.
All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Sol? Sorry to. Were you
No.
gonna say? Oh, sorry.
No, I think mine's similar to Luca. Like, I don't have things like, I guess there are probably some things like I want to fucking jump out of a tall building, boy, and
punch
do a
a moth.
punch him off or something, or like wingsuit. That I actually would be fucking terrified.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
so sick.
I'd be
right?
fucking
No,
terrified
see,
of that
I'm
shit.
terrified of heights. So
Yeah.
not all that shit just
But
fuck off.
I'm sure there's something along those lines I'd love to do.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, it's like a big picture thing. Like, there's a couple. So, like, one would be, okay, a bit selfish, but I'd love to, like, create such an impact on the world or just the media that we are going to be working in that they built a statue of me somewhere.
Wow.
See, the one worry is what happens if further down the line they turn against you and they tear it down.
That's fine. That's okay.
You just want a statue.
I won't be there.
He's
Fair
out.
enough.
He's
I'm
out.
out. I'm
Yeah.
done.
He gone.
Is Ozzy's statue like,
Little girl is gone. Sorry.
No, but yeah, it's
He's
like
left the
stuff like
building.
that, or like, I don't know, something like, I don't know, like a super romantic thing, like take a significant other to like Disneyland and watch the fireworks show at like Christmas or something.
Oh yeah.
But like,
sure.
but that's more than like a bungee jumping thing, because it's like you have to, there's preparation, you gotta find a human being that wants to go there with you.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what you've both kind of raised is it's very interesting because it's very similar to what mine is as well. It's very less about like, well, for me anyway, it's less about like I want to go to this country or I want to go to that country. It's more of a case of I want to leave something
Behind.
which is cool, and you know, like working on a feature film.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to do too.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. I'd like to make an album.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty sick. But yeah, it's all like, can I achieve these things before I die? As
Yeah.
opposed to, let's go and do like some adventurous stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would like to take a significant other and do something that they really want to do, as opposed to what I really want to do.
Go like travel the world with them. For a year.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. It'd be pretty majestic.
What was that a reference to?
That's gonna be it for the.
I mean, we can
that's
carry.
not-
We
Is that not the? Do I not do the outro?
No,
No,
that's
no, no.
the end.
There's more.
There's at
George.
least another like 50
There's more.
minutes.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's. I forgot to send you the Google Doc.
Oh fuck!
So-
Is it Google
explain-
Docs now?
Yeah,
What?
baby.
Does he not know?
No, you just didn't invite him to
Oh.
it. Because it's not Dragon Ball.
Oh, speaking of
We're
Dragon
not
Ball-
talking about Dragon Ball. Not again. Not for another week.
But no, yeah, I agree. Like, I think bucket lists have almost become like people treat them like
Like
is a
to-do
consumer
list.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a to-do list. Like all these places are like, knock this off your bucket list. Go take a cruise around the Caribbean for only $19.99.
Actually done that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really good. Sorry, carry on.
but
Sully was
like-
about to shit on cruises.
no, but it was kind of like that. People sell it to you like that
Yeah.
when like your bucket list should be
Personal to
super
you.
personal and be. I guess we're very aspirational people. We're I think all three of us aspire to do something great.
Yeah, I think
So I guess it doesn't apply to everyone. There's nothing wrong with stuff being like, hey, I want to go to America. I want to go to Route 66. And if that's something you really love, that's fine. But I guess people have different ways of seeing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I don't really want a statue like Sully.
I
does.
think this statue is kind of like it's like
Top tier.
that's
That's
end
top.
game for you, is it?
That's like when your Patreon fucking takes off.
no, but that's kind of like
the first month's money's like I'm making a statue of me.
that's like the materialistic embodiment of the thing. I don't have to have a statue. I just want to have an
a
impact.
theoretical statue.
Yeah, an impact on the world that's equivalent to I built a statue. Of
Can
this
you
man.
name somebody that is like quite aspirational in that fact for you? So people think like, when they think like Steve Jobs,
Yeah,
he changed the
I mean,
landscape for smartphones and all
Yeah,
that sort of
I
stuff.
think it'd be.
Macho
I don't-
Man Randy Savage.
Oh, I wish, but I think he got a bit weird when he started dying.
Oh, God.
Something about women. Definitely not the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior's a wrestler. He said bad things about black people and gay people.
Ooh,
Not a great guy.
Yeah, let's not go for that.
Nah.
Glad he's dead.
Ooh.
Controversial.
I mean, he's not here to argue about it. so-
True. But anyway, no,
Too soon?
no, this was ages ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, a person in particular, I don't want to say Gandhi because in no way do I see myself ever doing something like that.
Right.
But part of the thing I want to do is he was a brown boy, I'm a brown boy. That kind of feeds into it
right.
as well. So I don't know. But like more, it doesn't have to be that big scale. Like one of the guys from Rooster Teeth, I want to be like Matt Hullum or Bernie Burns. Like,
Make something that people love.
yeah, make something people love, people remember them. Well, hopefully people remember them.
Yeah.
The
Well,
lovely
that's
lads.
that's kind of like what my kind of thing. I'd like to work on something that ends up being at least just one person's favorite thing.
Yeah,
But
brings them
if
joy.
I've done that, then great.
Yeah, like
Like a movie or a show or fucking a podcast.
we might be someone's favorite podcast. We don't know that.
We might be someone's only podcast, which would be fucking terrifying because we're the worst representation of what
That's not
podcasts
true.
are.
necessarily. We
Wouldn't go
have
that far.
we have
What?
segments. We have
Actually, we have segments.
we have recording equipment. We have a video element now.
We like to talk about things that don't particularly matter sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes
for
they do
our own
matter.
Personal,
Yeah,
you know,
Enjoyment.
'cause we like,
like
it.
that's the thing. Like I think if this podcast is someone's favorite podcast, like that's all that matters.
Yeah. Or even if it's not their favorite, just
Something that makes them
something
happy.
that makes them happy for an hour a week.
Yeah.
If we can keep
Continue
getting an hour
to come out every week. And because of that, you guys should definitely buy our merchandise. which
We
does
don't
not
have
exist. We don't have much.
Oh,
yeah.
we don't have much. Oh.
But you should buy it, and then you can show it off to all your friends. Like, oh, what a cool T-shirt! And like, oh yeah, Slapduck podcast.
where'd you get that T-shirt?
Where's you got you?
Or you can just share it with your friends if you think we're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's the lame version.
yeah. Fucking make
Well,
a
actually,
T-shirt.
the most important
The
version.
most important
Make
version,
a T-shirt for us on Redbubble, and then wear it.
Maybe when we get super famous, we can have.
Do you know what Redbubble is, Luca?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing
contest.
that you do a thing with.
Oh, you don't actually know what Redbubble
You do actually
is?
know?
No, Redbubble is.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he does. Though.
I was just trying to be a supportive friend.
But yeah, I think hopefully people would listen to my album when I make it.
Yeah.
It would be a bit of everything. Bit of everything that I
It's
like.
you.
A
You
bit of
like a lot
me.
of boys.
I do like a lot of boys. Let's be real.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with liking lots of different genres of music and
No.
lots of different comics and
Yeah.
things that affect you personally.
And that's you see lots of like musicians and the big ones that kind of like millions of followers and all that
Yeah.
kind of shit. But you see some musicians that are very happy just having their albums out there, like that is to earn enough to kind of go out and do their music. They have enough fans that can support what they
Yeah.
do, but they're not like blowing up. And that sounds fucking lovely.
Yeah,
I think that sounds
something
almost
really nice
more
about it.
lovely than having like gazillion people look at every movie you do. Like I'd hate to be someone like Ariana Grande. Every time she does something, people kind
yeah.
of criticize or
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
it's just.
But
too
you'd be
much.
cute as heck.
She
yeah.
is cute.
And you have a nice, like, high ponytail.
And a fucking banging voice.
True.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So
Oh
she
no,
can-
I don't
she can,
mean
like,
the
call
talent
notes.
part of it.
No,
Yeah, no,
just
of course,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
paparazzi and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Of it, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like anyone that kind of
No, I
Stature.
completely
like,
agree with you.
really sad. They're like people. Or what's the guy, the rapper who? He's not a rapper. He died. He used to go out with her.
Oh, Mac Miller.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like it's really sad when people are like, "Why did you leave Mac Miller? He was so sad." It's like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Dicks.
like-
That's
that's
not cool.
kind of life. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Don't criticize someone over that and then
Exactly.
Yeah.
blame them for stuff. No. Yeah, I'd hate to have like that much social presence. So like you want to do something that kind of like impacts and leaves a mark without being the thing that everyone is kind of like.
Mm.
Because no matter how many people like you, you will have tons of people hating you.
True.
I can't wait. Like, say if I do get into that position, I'd like to be like Rupert Grint. You know Rupert Grint from
Yeah.
Harry
Oh, yeah.
Potter? Like, yeah, fucking Ron Weasley, famous as fuck,
Yeah.
and he's loaded and all this sort of stuff. But he's such a sound like
Just a boy.
he's like, oh, I'm gonna buy an ice cream van because that's what I've wanted
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
That's what he did. It's like fucking sick.
Yeah.
And no one gives him shit for it.
No.
I'd like that. I'd like to
But also,
make a lit album and then hide off in the shadows for a while until I'm like,
Just
oh,
be
I might
you.
make another one.
Yeah.
almost kind of like, I guess less so now, but that's kind of what Adele sort of does.
Yeah.
She drops an
Oh,
album,
yeah.
she does a thing, and then you just don't hear from her. Which is fucking like,
Just wants to
I
live his
respect her
life.
so much for the way she does that kind of shit. She's not like, look at me. She's never like, you don't really see that much press about her. She keeps her personal life
Yeah.
personal.
She's good
Exactly.
at this.
And then
She's
she
banging.
drops an album and it blows the fuck up. And
Everyone loves Adele. I don't really like Adele.
I think she's got an
Personally.
amazing voice.
Ooh.
I mean, her music isn't really for me.
I really like the
yeah.
second album.
Still, it's not.
Like, she has, I personally think she's got some great songs. I wouldn't ever call myself like a die-hard Adele fan, but I think she's got some good tunes.
Yeah.
No, Rolling in the Deep.
Respect where
Rolling
respect
in the
is
Deep is
due.
a fucking banger of a song.
At Adele, do you want to be on the podcast?
Oh, she would bring so much.
She seems like
to the
such
podcast.
like a lovely person that
Yeah.
she would.
She's so
Yeah.
like down to earth. When you see her getting like an award, and she's like, fuck it, it's great. It's like, you
Was
look a
that-
real person.
I don't know if
Was
that was
that an-
offensive or
Was
not.
that an Adele impression?
How is that not an Adele impression? It's perfect.
I actually don't. I know Adele isn't like very like
I mean, she's
prim
like
and
Londoner.
proper, but she's
Yeah.
a Londoner.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still think that might have been offensive.
No.
You won't be here when we do the Adele episode.
What?
Yeah. Adele will take your place and she'll do
Yeah.
the intro.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
That would be
would-
nuts, but
that'd be
that's
sick.
never happening.
That'd be
is
the intro for every single episode forever and ever.
it? Well, we didn't have her on the episode. We just have her here for an hour recording
Oh.
intros.
To be honest, we could probably only afford that.
oh,
we couldn't afford.
We couldn't
to have her here
afford
for
that.
an hour.
We couldn't afford it for an hour.
We could exactly. We could afford her for like a soundbite. And
Oh
that's
my
if
God.
she's
We
doing,
broke the bank.
and if she's doing it like pro bono for us. But even when it's pro bono, we still have to pay her to be here.
Her expenses.
Exactly.
But yeah, Bucket list.
Bucket list. Yeah.
I reckon
Adele on the podcast.
Adele on the podcast. Yeah, music, comics, films, or just create. That's all I want.
Yeah,
to
just
do.
leave behind some art.
Yeah, we just want to be
Simple.
creative boys, I think. And I think that's our bucket list. Like, we want to, I think...
I'm a creator boy. She said,
See you later, boy.
He wasn't good enough for her. Something I can't remember. The rest of the, I can't remember the rest
I
of the lyrics.
was out for a friend's birthday a couple of weeks ago. We went to the Roadhouse in Covent Garden. They got
Roadhouse.
like an in-house band, and one of the songs, it was a female singer. She come out singing "Skater Boy." Fucking roof blew off.
Was
it was
was
so
it
good.
better or worse than Avril Lavigne's version?
Pretty much the same.
God damn,
Ooh,
that's pretty high praise.
That's
To
pretty,
be honest.
yeah, isn't it?
What's her at? So then we can share her.
I have no idea.
Things.
No,
Wow.
it was like the in-house band for the Roadhouse.
Wow,
It's
you
just-
just didn't care enough, did
No,
you?
you didn't, did you?
No, I mean I was rather.
It's 'cause you're-
Speved
it's
up.
'cause you're
Alcoholic.
Your dad's gonna be upset with us for saying that.
He's not gonna give a shit. And no, you don't have a problem, guys. I just enjoy it on occasion.
There's quite a few occasions.
You only see me on those occasions.
Literally, yeah.
I'm not drinking now.
True.
Well, it's just out of shot, really.
Yeah. We're not allowed to put it in the screen. Exactly, vodka.
Fresh vodka.
Potato vodka.
Potato water.
That's the thing.
Vodka is
Potato.
potatoes, isn't it?
Is it? Oh no, yeah, it is.
In Soviet Russia, we only have potato.
That is a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not offensive.
Maybe bleep that out.
Soviet
Bleep that out. In Soviet Russia, be.
Soviet Russia not around anymore. It's okay to say.
All right,
He's
George.
still going. He's still going.
George just kicks off with.
But
No,
No, I already kicked off, mate.
It's my.
you
It's
did.
my
Sully
turn.
just stopped Russian and.
That's not.
Oh,
a
you
word.
don't want me to be Russian into my next pop the topic?
Boom!
Damn it! Yeet. No. My next topic is a boy that is gonna make me happy, but it won't make Luca happy because he doesn't like it.
Is it Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, it's not Dragon Ball Z. It's
Oh.
another thing he hates because he hates happiness. It's the new Pokemon's game.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Give
Which
me
it's
the rundown.
nice
This,
that they're moving away from colors.
Ugh.
Actually, they have been for the last few, but like, well, they were going to run out of colors eventually.
Prism.
Pokemon Lilac.
Yeah, it's lame.
I play that.
Of course you would.
Of course you would.
Exactly. This is more of a baby pink.
But yeah, like
Pokemon Baby Pink.
honestly, I'm very impressed with Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
Just straight up.
they're fucking
How they've
cheap.
managed to.
They're banging out them games.
Absolutely.
All right, I've not seen any of this, so while you guys discuss it, I'm going to bring up some images for me to just.
Put the trailer on mute. Watch
Yeah,
it.
all right, go for it.
Right.
Okay, you go. You want to go?
I've been a fan of Pokemon for a while.
Okay.
I don't have a Switch currently.
Oh, cool.
If I
Yeah.
did have a Switch, I probably would be buying Pokemon games.
Oh, yeah. But there's only one on there at the moment.
Yeah, let's go.
Is that the one? Yes, let's go. All right, I've got to ask.
Yeah.
Why do Pokemon release multiple versions of the same fucking game?
One, because it's because Pokemon's such an old thing. Like, you're not going to give a kid nowadays original Pokemon Green. They're not going to understand.
No. What I mean is, why is it Pokemon Red and Yellow, Pokemon Green and Blue,
Oh,
Pokemon?
Because they want your money. Probably.
How is no one moaning about that in today's climate of
I-
microtransactions?
because
They're not microtransactions.
they're not microtransactions.
They're a whole fucking other
But
game.
the thing is, no,
Exactly.
but it's the same game.
but there's no.
Yeah, still.
The best thing about it is there's no real difference there. The only difference is a couple of Pokemon, and it's also so they can
It's
build.
even worse.
this-
Why not just? I mean, maybe this is just me not growing up with Pokemon and being a Pokemon person.
Yeah.
But why not just release the game?
Can I jump in?
Yeah, you
here?
go.
The best part about growing up with a Game Boy and
Mhm.
Pokemon was my brother would have Pokemon Blue.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
he'd have Pokemon Red and I'd have Pokemon Blue. And
Okay.
I'm like, my brother's name, I'm not going to say his name. Brother, have you got
Brother.
have you got Abra?
Brother.
Have you got Abra?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. Oh, do you need to evolve it? Yeah. Can we do like the link
Yeah.
thing? And it's like it creates a social aspect.
Yeah, I think that's the reason.
Yeah,
they
but
did
that's
it.
like the main reason why they did it way back when.
Right. But
now,
It's a
but
legacy thing now.
But you
It's a
could have just
legacy
had the same game and still done the same thing.
no,
No.
'cause you need different games.
Because some Pokemon appear in certain games. So in the first ones,
Okay.
and in the first ones, the only way to get Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan was
By having either one of the.
you could only pick one, because basically you defeat the dojo and at the end you pick one Pokemon. You could only pick one of them. So then you couldn't complete the Pokedex if you only had one. So then you'd go to your friend and say, "Hey, let's trade our Pokemon over, and then we can send them back to each other."
See, that's
if we
such
want.
an optimistic viewpoint on it. I think I have a pessimistic viewpoint on it of like, well, the only way you can complete this is by buying a game twice so we get more money. And it just seems,
Yeah, I mean,
especially in today's kind of world of like, you don't need to do that to link up. It feels a bit seedy.
Not
Yeah,
if
I
you've got mates
yeah.
with the
What-
game.
What if
Yeah.
you don't have mates?
Then
Well, then
get mates. But saying that, no, they introduced something in, I think it was X and Y, where you can request Pokemon to be traded to you.
Yeah.
So like you go on the thing, or I used to do this, like I want to complete the Pokedex, or I was like I wanted a particular Pokemon, but I couldn't. I was too lazy to find it.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, here's my level 50, I don't know, Skorupi. I don't think that's the actual name of a Pokemon.
Maybe not. Chandelier.
Yeah, here's my level 50 Chandelier. I'd like a Hitmonlee. And then someone would send me the Hitmonlee and they could have my Chandelier because they need the Chandelier.
And he needs a Hitmonlee.
Exactly.
So
I think Pokemon's main focus then was they wanted to build a community, especially because they had no intention of making more than 2 gens of the game.
yeah. Until
So-
it just blew
Right,
up in
but so
popularity.
is it more at this point they're just doing it because we've done it all
Yeah,
before,
they've
so we're
also
just going
done
to
it.
keep doing
Yeah, like there's,
it? I don't
you know, it doesn't, like the only difference is you get a different legendary at the end. But to be honest, no one cares. You get
No,
the
but-
legendary so late in the game, it doesn't
But
matter.
that's also kind of like, so that becomes a problem in games.
Beautiful.
Like people moan about like pre-order bonuses are kind of like for completionists.
Yeah.
If you don't pre-order it from everything, then you don't get everything that
Yeah.
the game is. It's the
I
same
think-
sort of thing.
Mm,
But it's everyone seems
Oh,
to be
cheesy.
okay with it because they're doing it the way that they've always done it. Where
Yeah.
like really and truly get with the fucking times.
But also, they are very good at later on giving away Pokemon free to help. Like,
But that's just post game support.
yeah,
That it'd be like, oh, you bought The Witcher 3 Red or you bought The Witcher 3 Blue,
exactly.
but they didn't do that. They just
And
released The
football.
Witcher 3 and gave everyone everything, so everyone has everything and they can just enjoy the fucking
Yeah.
game.
okay. Let's flip that on its head.
That was
Did you play
amazing.
Devil May Cry 2?
It's not gameplay
I
footage. though.
did.
Did you play-
Special Edition? I think. I
Oh,
did.
look at this
play-
boy. Score Bunny. That's my starter.
All right, let's not refer to something visual that's off screen.
Yeah.
I know, but like they can go look up Score Bunny.
Did
Sure.
you? Okay. Did you play Devil May Cry 2?
Yes.
Right. Did you play Dante's playthrough or Lucia's playthrough?
Both.
Yeah.
I had both. Well,
Yeah,
because
you had
it
both.
came with both on the disc.
But what if it didn't?
Then it
And
wouldn't
you're
have-
talking all about Dante's playthrough, and I'm like, oh, I only played Lucia.
Well, then that's an issue, isn't it?
But you don't have that issue in
Shit.
Pokemon.
But that isn't an issue because it came with both playthroughs on the game.
But in Pokemon, it's not an issue. I think that's that's the thing because you don't really miss out on anything. It's
Other
just
than missing
little
out,
things.
but like, so there's it happens in a game like Destiny where like, people moan like you can only get all the like cosmetics if you pay for them.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit because
Well, then
this
this
is free.
is bullshit.
But it's free.
It's not
Is it
bullshit.
free?
Yeah, very, very rarely do they make you pay for anything.
Except for
Pokemon.
buying another game to get one different Pokemon
Yeah.
so you can complete it.
But I think they're assuming you're not a loser and you have mates,
I think at this
or
point,
you have an internet connection.
I think at this point it should just be have the fucking game. There's no need to do two different versions of the same
That's
thing.
so creepy.
What?
I just
You
heard a
went,
weird
yes,
yeah.
sound.
But yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think it's just
Right,
never been a fan of that.
To be fair, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, and I think
absolutely.
yeah, and I guess because I've always played Pokemon. To me, it's like
It
no, it
seems
makes so
second
much
nature, yeah.
sense. But yeah, I understand.
Obviously, to you, it's like, why the fuck would you release two games that are the same game with minor differences?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
it seems
thought,
just a bit predatory to me.
I guess, but
Yeah.
to me and Sully, it's obviously not that.
Yeah,
just
it's
like-
It's
it's not a
never
big
felt
deal.
that way either.
Yeah, I guess if they started doing like
The only way you can get Mew is if you pre-order now. I'll
So
be like,
saying
no,
that-
that's bullshit.
saying that they did do that with
Are you
Let's Go.
fucking joking?
With Let's Go, the only way you could get Mew was if you bought the Pokemon Ball,
Right, I'm not cool with that.
or you transferred it over from Pokemon Go.
Well, that's better.
Yeah.
Is
So
Because you had it on. Is Pokemon Go free?
yes,
Yes.
Pokemon Go is free. Well, I've never paid any money for Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, fuck's sake, this is the creakiest stand. I think games should just be games, and I know this is preaching to like, I guess, a more old school mentality where you bought a game, you had the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Can we also minimize this? 'Cause I'm getting distracted.
Yeah,
by
yes.
this.
yeah.
I'm getting distracted by the screen, and I
I
don't
don't
want
care
to.
about Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
I actually do love Nickelodeon.
Oh, I love Nickelodeon.
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I'm sad now.
Sorry,
But
that was a
anyway,
really big detour from you guys talking about the new
Let's
Pokemon.
get back
drop.
into the
Go
Pokemon
for
game.
it. Talk about it.
So
Do
The
things.
fucking memes.
the memes are next tier, and
They're
I
so
guess to
funny.
us because we're British boys,
Hmm.
because
British
it
lads.
looks like it's inspired by the UK.
Oh, that's cool.
There's little things that look like it wasn't, because like there's an oil well pump somewhere.
Yeah.
It looked like, I'm like, we don't have those, but the buildings look very London
Old
Gothic
school.
style.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
More
really
like a
cool.
village, like Fable.
Yeah.
So it just
The meme.
some of my favorite things that I've seen because of this. So you know the Pokemon art? It's usually
Yeah.
blue. Somebody stuck. It was basically on Twitter, and the caption was, "Oh, I can't believe how accurate they're getting now with the new Pokemon game, seeing as it's set in the UK." And they like superimposed Greg's Pokemon.
That's cool.
I was like, "This is fantastic."
My favorite one was someone was like doing the Scottish thing, so Scottish Twitter, and it's like imagine when your dad comes and talks to you, and it's like when your wee Pokemon are getting strung, like, yeah, of course it is David, you wee cunt. It's like fucking the best. And it's just a screenshot of the player.
Christ.
And there was a girl who was doing it on. She did the voiceover for it, and I saw it on Instagram. I didn't click on her thing, and she was like, one of them was like, "Yeah, do you want to have a Pokemon battle?" And just like, "Yeah, is the Pope Catholic, you cheeky tart?" I'm like, yes.
Oh, my
So
favorite
stupid.
version of that is from Californication. It's like, do you want to go do something? He's like, does the Pope shit in the woods? Fucking love it.
Of course he does.
I'm 100% gonna give all my Pokemon in that game like weird British nicknames. I won't give it to my Score Bunny because I never named the starter. But everyone else is getting fucked up British nicknames. One of them to be Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh,
okay. Let's
Jezza!
avoid.
you get a lizard one, and it's
Margaret
fucking
Thatcher.
no, it's the UKIP guy. What's his name?
Nigel
Nigel
Farage.
Farage.
Gosh.
Because he looks like a human lizard.
I met him.
Yeah.
It's a cunt.
Wow.
Seems to
wasn't
be a
good.
common.
Anyway, yeah, back to Pokemans.
Because I follow a lot of artists on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
People keep posting their like British Pokemon,
Yeah.
like the new Pokemon that are gonna come out. And one of them made me laugh so much. It was you know how like Diglett goes from like Diglett to something to Dugtrio.
It just goes Diglett to Dugtrio.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
But the one that I saw was just like a policeman's hat.
Yes, I
called
saw that
LO, and then there's two like, LO, and then LO. I was like, this is so stupid. And like, there was another one where it was like, what's all
Yeah, what's all
Disden?
Disden?
So stupid.
You seem distracted by something.
No,
What's wrong?
I'm just
What's
listening.
wrong?
to
What's
it.
wrong?
I'm just
Are you
listening.
getting upset because we're talking about Pokemon?
Should we,
No.
start talking about Dragon Ball Z instead?
please don't do this,
Dragon
Not again.
Ball.
Dragon Ball Z.
2 weeks in a row.
But I
God.
no, but like I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
And I'm looking forward to all the customization.
It does-
Pokemon Buzz is so strong.
I'm glad they're putting brown boys in there.
It does look prettier, the game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like finally, they've kind of. I guess is it now because they've finally moved away from.
Yeah, the
just-
DS.
DS.
The DS looks like trash.
Yeah.
Like I played Ultra Sun and Moon on it. I don't know if it was after I got my Switch, but I was playing on my DS. I'm like, this looks like shit.
Saying that though, how would you feel if they, because
I just have an older
like,
DS.
something that's kind of like frustrating, is that, and there's a really great video on this about like, but it's like around fighting games.
Okay.
There's a channel called Core A Gaming,
Okay.
and he talks about how, what was it? Do graphics make a game better?
True.
Yeah, that's always like an interesting discussion.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously for fighting games, Probably not.
Yeah.
Because you've got Street Fighter Third Strike, which is like the pinnacle of 2D animation when it came to fighting games. The sprites were amazing.
Yeah.
And then they go all the way to Street Fighter 5. And it's like,
True.
you know, this is still the same core mechanics and it's still fun and
different color paint, basically.
Does this apply to Pokemon, do you think? Would a 2D sprite-based Pokemon? Because I remember, like, somebody raised a good point on Twitter. I fucking love Twitter. But it was saying, like, do you remember when you played, like, Pokemon Red? And then, like, the original Pokemon and Pokemon Blue and then Pokemon Gold and Silver and then, you know,
My
Emerald
favorite
and Ruby and stuff. Wasn't it really great to see how the sprites changed?
Yeah.
And, like, how, like, the quality got better? And...
To be honest, I really like the aesthetic of the first ones because they've got the tinge of the color of game they are.
Okay.
Ken Sugimori, love you.
Him.
He did the art for it.
Cool.
Because so like Pokemon Red, everything was like slightly red.
Yeah.
Pokemon Yellow, I think Pokemon Yellow they introduced more colors because it was on the Game Boy Color.
Right.
But yeah,
honestly, it was so cool. Like, so that's what I'm trying to say is, do you feel like we're missing that now when it comes to like Pokemon? Because now it's all like, I can't remember when it turned 3D.
X and Y. So the first one on the 3DS.
And then
because they were 3D.
After that?
After that, it was ORAS, then Sun and Moon.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So there's been like 3 games.
Yeah, include then Let's Go. Yeah. So
okay.
So and from maybe not just Pokemon itself, because I'm not a Pokemon person, but I think as graphics get better, the games can get more immersive. Like if you take something like Final Fantasy, like those were always kind of like really the cutting edge of like visuals. Like you go back and play 7 now, and it's kind of like this was cutting edge, but fuck yeah, it was.
That's available on the Switch now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
They're finally catching up to everything else.
Also, Platinum Games has a new game, has a new Switch exclusive game, and it looks fucking awesome.
It does look cool.
I don't know what it's called, but like you're fighting these mechs, and like you've got a sword.
I do love Platinum Games.
It's amazing.
Honestly, Bayonetta.
Are you going to buy a Switch when Bayonetta 3 comes out?
I might have to. I haven't played Bayonetta 2 yet, though.
Neither
I've not played Bayonetta.
Because Bayonetta 2 was... what?
I only know her because she's in Smash.
Oh,
Bayonetta
is sick, man.
All right,
first game was so good.
We're talking about Bayonetta. Let's talk about it. This Friday, George, Devil May Cry 5 fucking comes out.
This Friday?
This fucking
Devil
Friday.
May Cry.
Actually, sorry. Last
Quattro.
Friday, if you'd listened to this.
1, 2, 3,
4,
5.
But yeah, Friday.
Or Friday before that.
Yes.
Who knows?
My
Depends.
schedule.
Oh, shit. But yeah, Friday, George.
See,
I'm so excited.
I've played Devil May Cry 2, 3, 4. I didn't play DMC. Fuck that.
DMC was dope. I loved it. It's a different game, but I loved it.
Not to be confused with the
loved it.
DNC, the Democratic National Conference in the US.
Yeah, we're talking about Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play the first one. And I didn't play the trash one either.
I fucking...
Did you feel the atmosphere?
Yeah.
That's what you get for not liking the Pokemans.
I grew up playing Devil May Cry 1 with a friend, Devil May Cry 2. 3 I never got into until I got the HD remaster, and then I just jumped straight to 4.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Which I fucking loved. And
Devil May Cry 4 was strong.
Yeah.
That was a strong game.
It's a fucking killer series. Like, the combat still holds up. I went back and played the remasters recently, and it's like, still feels good. I really like DMC, Devil May Cry, the Ninja Theory one. It's a very different take on it, different origin story. Emo Dante, fucking loved it. The art style within that is fucking stunning.
Oh, see, I gotta disagree a bit. I don't know. It didn't grip me as much because the great thing about like Devil May Cry 4 was personally what embodied the whole kind of the whole theme of that game was one boss who was called Credo. Do you remember Credo?
Yeah.
Had like the giant shield and the angel wing.
General Grievous.
He wasn't in the game.
No.
Specifically, his character design was like, that's Devil May Cry for me.
Really?
Immediately. Absolutely.
But you go back to like Devil May Cry, like the I guess the PlayStation 2 ones. It isn't that though.
I know, true, but they're all in different timelines and stuff. Saying that, Devil May Cry 2 was the first one I played. And
See, that's the one that
Still
everyone.
fucking strong.
See, but that's the one that everyone hates.
You see,
Well,
the
apart
one...
from the one that you despise, that I fucking like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, which is-
No, I don't despise it. I disagree with how they revealed everything, and they like shat on the old fans while they did it.
Sort of. I
In a
mean, that
sense.
was more of a Capcom thing than a developer
It was a
thing.
Ninja Theory thing. Because
No, I mean they made it, but Capcom are the ones with the press side of things on that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't like how in DMC it went from, because there's that one bit where like Dante has white hair again. He has like a wig.
Yeah,
He's like,
and he
oh,
goes,
this looks stupid or something.
no, he goes, not in a million years. But then when he gets his devil trigger, it's white hair.
Yeah, but I was like, let's not, because when DMC was announced, everyone was like, what?
Yeah, I remember like
What about DMC 5?
it was just kind of like middling, and everyone was like, "Oh, what the fuck are they doing?"
Was
Yeah.
DMC like a
Reboot.
prequel or a reboot?
It
It was
a
like a
reboot.
reimagining.
It's like Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all like Dante, Virgil, like Trish, and all these characters that we've all known.
Mm.
And then it went, oh, let's do DMC. And it's like, now it's a Ninja Theory game.
It's kind of like if there's a parallel universe, this is the offshoot.
yeah, it's kind of
Let's say
alternate
that.
reality, like
Okay.
different universe.
And it was like, for me, being like a diehard Devil May Cry fan,
Mm.
when I saw it, I was
Dunker.
like, this doesn't look how I've known it to look. Which is fair.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they
no,
went a
really
new
different,
direction.
yeah.
It looked very different. Like some of the monster designs were pretty cool.
Hmm.
All that sort of
Dude,
stuff.
some of the boss designs were awesome. Like
Right.
one of them was like
Absolutely.
it was very kind of like you had the floating heads of like basically his news anchor.
Oh.
Yeah.
That boss fight was fucking killer.
But then you kind of like, I don't know, there's just somebody
Somebody
explained it so well, and I can't remember how they explained it.
Right.
But it embodied everything that I didn't like about it. And I was like,
Right.
Great.
Fair enough.
But
I
yeah,
agree.
I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, do graphics improve a game?
Yeah, we went on a tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking
you guys
tangent.
start fighting back.
Oh no, actually, I know why I went on that tangent. Look at Devil May Cry 5. For
Yeah.
graphically
Okay,
speaking.
immersiveness.
Yeah.
I agree.
So,
I think that RPGs benefit from higher graphics.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but I mean, Devil May Cry isn't
Even though
one, though, is it?
Pokemon is an RPG.
Pokemon's an
technically.
RPG.
It's an
I think I might be the opposite of young Pluka. Yeah.
RPG. Oh.
Ooh.
That I don't necessarily care about the graphics of a game.
Yeah.
At all, almost. Like, it depends, really. If it's like I'm playing Uncharted, sure, I care about the graphics because I'm like, I want to fight the pirate boys, but the pirate boys can't be squares. They've got to be pirate people.
Right.
But my favorite games are all semi JRPG / strategic games.
Mm.
So I'm playing Wargroove at the moment. I think
We
like-
talked about this before.
yeah, like
know
you showed
about
us the
Wargroove.
trailer you really liked.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I'm playing that game, and I just love it from the gameplay perspective, and it's all like 16-bit.
Mm.
But it's all a strategy game. Fire Emblem is my favorite game series ever. The actual gameplay itself is,
Is it still sprite based?
yes, the map is sprite based. Then zooms in, you see the animations. In the most recent one, Shadows of Valentia, which is a remake of, like the one that didn't come out here, number 3.
Right.
They introduced like a thing where you walk and run through dungeons and you attack the bad guys. Kind of like Persona, where if you attack them first, you get the advantage. If they attack you, you're you're disadvantaged. So they introduced that. That was a graphical boost because it was like you're playing it third person.
Right.
But yeah, I think if your gameplay is solid,
It doesn't matter as
it
much.
doesn't matter.
I think what matters the most is art direction more
Yeah.
than graphical fidelity. Like, take Persona 5. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the prettiest game because character model wise, it kind of looks a bit last
a bit
gen because it
janky,
kind of
yeah.
was last gen.
Yeah,
But stylistically, like those menu
you
screens,
can tell that's
it's
Persona
dripping
5.
with style, and
Yeah.
it looks. You
Like a
kind
good
of
wrestler.
don't care.
I had to done a wrestling thing.
Great.
But then you look at a game like God of War, the most recent one, and that is a stunningly beautiful, technically and art direction wise. And
True.
I think, for me at least, I got more immersed in that world because it was so vividly realized.
You could almost
Graphical.
feel the snow.
Okay.
So I think it depends on how it's used. Like you see like a Call of Duty and it's kind of like cool, yeah, the guns are even more like guns.
They're even gunnier than
Yeah.
before.
And I don't think that. I don't really care when it comes to that kind of standpoint of it. I don't need to see someone's eye explode when you shoot them in the head.
do the Call of Duty World Cup, man?
But in a game like Destiny, the art direction is what makes it so fucking beautiful.
Okay, so you're saying that style trumps fidelity.
Yeah, I think for me at least, when those two things merge, that's when it's elevated.
Which game looks better? Zelda Breath of the Wild or Twilight Princess?
Twilight Princess. Oh, Breath of the Wild. Stylistically, that was really pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Zelda fan. Never played a Zelda game. But
No, neither have I.
Breath of the Wild was my
technically.
first one.
fair enough.
The first one.
Yeah.
It would be my first one if I had a Switch.
Yeah.
I think it'll be my first one. If I ever get a Squitch, I'll be like, all right, fuck it, I have to give this thing a
Squitch.
go.
He said
Squitch.
No, I got a Squitch. I'm Luca. I like to display my Squitch.
It's because it's soft, isn't it?
That's not.
No,
It's hard.
shit.
God, is he all right?
Yeah.
He always does this, doesn't he?
You always make it sexual, Luca.
What?
Fucking with your Squitch.
Definitely think he made it sexual, then. Not Luca.
No, so am I.
No, I said it's hard because you don't squitch it.
Okay.
All right, Destiny.
No, but
Yeah, probably Breath of the Wild. It had this kind of like cell shaded meets kind of comic book style to it, without like the
it was
lines.
gorgeous. It was beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's a very pretty game.
Oh, which one's better? Sam Raimi's Spider-Man or Into the Spider-Verse?
Into Spider-Verse, 1,076%.
All because of art direction.
Stylistically speaking. Yeah.
Stylistic, the art direction in that is fucking phenomenal.
I like this little breakthrough we've had.
Exactly.
I like that.
To bring this back to Pokemon.
Yeah,
Go
go.
full circle.
Go for it, yeah.
Before we move on.
Yeah.
Before we move on to Luca's
Winging it.
fucking
Into his-
engaging topic,
So
I can't
important.
wait for.
Yeah, keep talking, guys, please.
Like
please,
the-
please.
I think with Pokemon, to that extent, because I know Luca started talking about the graphics of Pokemon, which brought us to this rabbit hole.
Tangent.
I think with Pokemon, the increased graphics helps because the change in graphics has helped change the gameplay.
Okay.
Because
Nice.
when it was 2D and flat, you couldn't walk diagonally, which was the most fucking annoying thing in the
You had to just
entire
go-
world.
Yeah.
Whereas
I hate that
now,
shit. You just walk.
I'm gonna go in the
Yeah.
you're that way. Okay, diagonally.
Well, also,
Yes, I got
Wow,
that in.
that was fucking great. I got
it's
time.
the same sort of thing. Like, I kind of link it back to Final Fantasy.
Sorry.
No, so link it back to like Final Fantasy, where they kind of moved away from sprite based, and then they kind of went 3D,
Yeah,
and then they moved on to kind of like, I guess what was last gen consoles and this gen consoles, where it's a bit like what I've heard Pokemon did in their most recent one, where it's no longer random encounters. You see the animals in the wild, you see the monsters in the wild, and you can choose to engage.
pray that's in the next one.
Yeah. And I liked
Don't
that from the Final
fucking
Fantasy
Zubat.
perspective, because there was always something like, I'm super low in health, I need to try, and then someone would kind of jump here and it'd be fucked. But at this point, you can kind of like sneak around if you need to.
Yeah, and you don't know, you can have a sneak ability. I guess if that even plays even more into the game, you get increased sneak skill.
You could go full Persona with it and like do the sneak thing, get behind him.
Yeah, exactly.
Pokeball time.
Pokeball time?
Pokeball time.
It's Pokeball time,
He
bitches.
starts throwing his balls
Duh,
at these
duh,
monsters
duh, duh, duh.
and tries to
Looks like
take
they-
him home with them.
But it looks like they brought back random encounter battles.
Cool.
Unlike so Let's Go Pikachu, they took it out.
Okay.
So when you find a new Pokemon, you don't fight them; you just throw your balls at them.
Lol.
Whereas in
It's a metaphor for something, right?
Pokemon, it's for catching bugs because Masuda used to catch bugs as a child.
Sure.
But yeah, but also I do like the thing. Okay, but I'm literally stalling to give you time, Luca.
Oh,
I
just
do-
go for it.
I like the thing that Pokemon does, where not Pokemon, Nintendo does.
This is fun.
I like the thing that Nintendo does, where in some of their games,
Are you still giving him time?
no, it's actually me making a point as well. Though.
Okay, sorry.
They do cutscenes that are fucking beautiful and magnificent, like Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. The cutscenes look like you're watching an anime. Like it was only for important story beats,
Yeah.
but it was like you were watching a top class anime. Or even with Fire Emblem Heroes on the Switch, the 3D models looked amazing in their cutscenes.
Hmm.
So I like that as well when games do that.
Cool.
Hey, Luca,
Okay.
how do you feel
I do
about
have a
doing
topic, and it's kind of like stemmed from this, but brought into
Ooh,
kind of like
baby.
a wider
Okay.
world.
I like me some wide worlds.
And
Shit.
I don't know if this is going to be the most interesting a topic, but I just want to get like people's kind of opinions on it. It's
Whoa.
all right,
Mario.
so in like the television and film space,
Like TVs.
like TVs, of course. Fucking hell, son. All right, so in like the media space to begin with, there's we moved ages back from like standard definition to high definition. Now
Yeah.
we're kind of making the transition from like high definition to like ultra HD 4K stuff.
Yeah.
And then I mean, there's already rumors of like and showcases of like
cameras.
8K stuff and 16K stuff.
What do you call it after ultra? What's a word more ultra than ultra?
Honestly, just start calling it 4K, 8K. It's
Yeah.
fucking easy to understand. It's just a number at that point.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Does that play into your enjoyment of content? For me, because from my personal experience and from growing up with my parents, we're very much of the opinion of like what we spend a lot of time watching movies, engaging in like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We want to do it on like as the best we could afford.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
What's your guys' opinion on this? Because I've spoken to other friends about this, and they couldn't give a fuck.
Oh, really? Do you have an opinion?
Not a strong one, I suppose. It's more. I remember whenever my brother would download things, I remember him having like a big issue with like quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Like if you showed me if you showed me a YouTube video and it was 720p, I'd be like, this is all right. This is fine.
Yeah.
If you showed me a YouTube video and it was 480 or 144 or 240, I'd be like,
This is
Nah,
dog
I'm
shit.
alright.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
cool.
about this life.
So do you think we've hit the point that there's no need to progress any further, or do you think that you should always keep striving for
I
better?
definitely think you should carry on trying to like find the best quality. But as we all know, working in the industry that we work in, visuals don't mean shit without good sound.
Or story.
Thank you.
Visuals don't mean shit without good sound. Because you could have the prettiest looking fucking animated film, but if the audio keeps cutting out like,
Yes.
you're like,
Or if
this
it's
is dog
Out of
shit.
sync.
I don't want
or-
to watch this.
Call back to last time we spoke about like the English section of Batman Ninja. Something that bad.
Can we not talk about Batman?
No,
Ninja
we
again?
won't.
Because it's the greatest film.
It's fine.
Greatest film.
Also, they call him Ninja Batman in the movie, not Batman Ninja.
Ninja Batman.
But yeah, so it's from a technical standpoint, I personally feel like that. I like when they inevitably introduce 8K, a bit like 4K. I've only recently got a 4K TV, which still feels early, but it's like I waited till they kind of figured out the standards, figured out like the HDR standards. They figured out like what resolution they're actually going to use, because there was two slight different resolutions that they were thinking of for 4K, and like it's a bit like when
1080i and 1080p.
No, it was literally slightly different dimensions of
I
pixels.
see.
It was really weird. A bit like when the HD standards were introduced, you had like HD ready TVs, and then you had like high definition
Don't know what
TVs.
that meant.
Essentially, what I learned after a good few years, HD ready was 720p,
Lit.
and HD was actual HD.
Oh, I see.
1920
Yeah.
by 1080.
I know that we're getting technical with numbers here,
That's
but
my favorite year.
it's the same thing when it comes to like sound systems. As like TVs got bigger and thinner, the sound in them's got fucking terrible. So sound bars are a thing now. If you look on something like Amazon, the most popular sound bar is a really quite cheap sound bar. Sounds better than your TV, but it still doesn't sound good.
Okay.
But do you think? But
You're
I
also
guess,
a sound boy, so
yeah. And it's the same thing with kind of like, I guess, monitors and TVs. Like the most popular ones are like, technically they do what
they should
more expensive ones do, but they just
don't do it quite as well.
quite as well. So like for you guys, do you care about like something doing it better than, I guess, entry level?
Depends.
I mean, competition's always good. I like. Yeah,
that's
my argument.
You care.
I do. I guess a little bit, but not as much as some others, let's say.
Mm.
If you said, let's watch a film tonight, and we watched
Citizen Kane.
we watched Ninja Batman, the redacted version.
Sure.
I've invented the redacted version.
Okay.
The good one, whatever. Yeah. Let's say, and then you're like, oh, let's watch it on my TV. Your TV is just 1920 by 1080. It's not like the DVD you put in is like not HD.
Yeah.
It's a very good DVD.
I'd probably be like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
As long as it sounds like I think that's the most important thing. If it sounds fine, I'll be okay with it.
Okay.
Like there's something that I hate with my headphones that I have currently. It's where I'm listening to music, and because the Bluetooth connection sometimes is a bit
it's a bit
frayed,
choppy.
Right.
it chops the sound in and out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't hack this. I just
Right.
I
can't
know
hack
what you mean.
this.
Yeah.
If a TV did that, yeah, I'd be annoyed.
Mm.
But I think sound is much more of an issue for me.
Oh.
Absolutely. You could show me a normal DVD on a TV. I'd be happy with it. If the
Yeah.
sound kept cutting out, I'd be like, turn it off.
Right.
Yeah, I
Like that.
think I don't really have too much of a problem with it. I think it will also depend on like if it depends on what the movie was intended to be seen on and how. Because, for example, if I'm watching a movie from the 70s, I 100% understand that the movie is shot on film and might not look amazing. And I actually quite like the aesthetic of it being shot on films, especially Bollywood movies, because even in the 70s, their cameras were still from like the 50s.
Right.
So you'd get the lens burn, you get the burns and the film coming up
Yeah.
on TV, and it's actually adds to it for me.
That's cool.
So I think it depends. Like when The Hobbit came out in 60 FPS.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, the 48 for instance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At first I was kind of like, I don't understand what my eyes are doing because it looked too nice.
Yeah, they called it the soap opera effect. didn't
Yeah.
they? Where
But-
it looks too real.
Exactly.
Ah,
yeah.
right.
Like EastEnders looks real. I also don't understand how TV sometimes looks really real. It looks more real than movies. I don't understand how they do that.
It's slightly different frame rates and shutter
Yeah.
speeds and stuff like that.
But like,
He's a smart boy. I like
And
him.
that's very basic knowledge. There's probably way more to it
Yeah.
than that.
Right, okay.
but thanks, Luca. No, I'm joking. But
You're an idiot.
but it just
No, my basic knowledge, not that you guys.
it
No,
depends.
I'm offended already. I'm going to stay that way. I'm dug in.
I
I'm
guess-
never going to change.
He's
Yeah,
holding a
that's
grudge for
my
the next
revenge
47 years.
Fucking Dragon Ball Z.
But yeah, no, I think it just depends on what it was intended to be viewed on, and I don't mind if it's a movie from 2000 that doesn't look amazing.
Yeah.
But if it's
like a modern movie,
if it was a modern movie, I'd expect it to be of a good quality.
sure. But for your viewing experience, would you be happy watching that on like a standard DVD, or would you want that looking at least like HD?
I guess.
Sully,
would
you come
also
over to
depend.
my house
Yeah,
and we're going to watch a DVD.
sure.
Would you be upset if I had a little 4x3 box and had a video cassette?
What do we watch?
Put it. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, that's fine. Because Good Will Hunting came out at a time where you're not expecting to watch a movie in amazing standards.
Okay, all right. Lego Batman.
Ooh.
Lego Batman. Fucking best Batman film.
I don't think I'd have I don't think I'd have a problem with it, but I would notice that it doesn't look as good as it should.
Right.
I think personally.
Fair enough. I'm of that. Like in my own home, when I have control over it, I want it to look as good
Yeah,
as
of course. Yeah.
I can afford. So it's not like I don't have an OLED TV because that's well out my budget. But I got a nice one that I could afford at the time. But I think when you're around a friend's house, it's whatever's there, no real issue. If we go to the cinema, that shit's got to be good.
Yeah, cinema you expecting.
Oh my
Hard.
god. Oh my god.
When I watched Spider-Verse, for the first half an hour of that movie, I was so upset because they got the color wrong on the projection.
Oh no.
Like I'm asking you guys, the first 30 minutes of the movie, you should be able to see everything properly.
Yeah.
No, they got it was too grey. So like they didn't properly get rid of the film on top. So like when you're playing the trailers, it doesn't quite look the right color.
Yeah.
But then it changes to more sharp. It was that. And it was that combined with the people sat to my left who had their phones on and was flashing, and then the people in front of me who were just fucking making out for the whole 2
Fair
hours.
enough.
And then there was a family. They were actually more well behaved than the bastard sat next to me.
Straight up, right?
That
There,
plus
there
the,
are fucking
30
laws.
minutes.
There should be laws.
There are laws of the cinema. And when fucking Mark Strong comes up on the screen, he's like, silence. Really,
So good.
something about the senses. And you're just like, oh, turn off your phone. Turn off your fucking phone.
honestly,
Don't fucking talk. Oh my God.
when I take my mum to the cinema, I will take her phone off her and switch it off because she starts texting, and I'm like, I'm not coming here with you ever again if you do that. Because it's just, you're my mum, I love you,
It's courtesy.
but don't. Yeah, it's just common courtesy. Like, I mean, on that angry note,
Yeah.
I want you guys to channel my anger and take it to the person who sat right next to you at this point in time. If you're on the train, if you're on a plane, if you're at work, I want you to shout at that person right now and tell them to watch the Slapduck podcast at 8 p.m. GMT on Radio Haver on a Tuesday on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, Acast,
Anywhere good podcasts
anywhere you can
are
get good
held.
podcasts.
Yeah.
George, finish off the outro, my friend.
Sorry.
Hang on. My name. It's George, isn't it?
My name's George.
My name's George, and that was the slapduck.
Yes.
Slapduck.
Then you make a joke
Okay.
about
My name's
we're gonna
George.
go do.
Oh, okay. My name's George. That was the Slapduck podcast, and now I'm gonna make a joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a joke. Was that good?
Yeah, that's great. I loved it.
Fucking love it. Christ. That was so dumb.